Welcome to Business in View. I'm Denise Nichols, and I'm so happy that you've joined me once again. I know last week we had Trisha Tanis from Unicomer, and we were so happy that she joined us. And the week before that, we had Ricky Jagazar and we had different people on the show. My brother from Curacao, Elvis Reynoso, and we had Dave Sahadas from New York. So this week, I'm just going to talk to you for a couple minutes, and next week we go back to having our guests on the show. We have some other interesting people coming up, and I know you'll love it. But today we're going to talk about volatility. That's been happening in the market today. It's been happening in business today. The changes that are so prevalent and present. I know whilst doing my master's at the University of the West Indies, Cave School of Business, that was back in 2008, so I'm dating myself. This particular book here called Business, Government and Society, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I put my hand on it recently. And I look back at it, and there's a story in here I want to read about volatility in the business environment. In 1844, Philip Horn, the mayor of New York City, was baffled by the volatility of his environment. This world is going on too fast, he wrote. Improvements, politics, religion, reform, all fly. Railroads, steamers, packets race against time and beat it hollow. Flying is dangerous. By and by we shall have balloons and pass over to Europe. Between sun and sun, oh, for the good old days of heavy post coaches and speed at the rate of 6 miles an hour. My, how far we've come. He was looking back at the good old days, and some of you are thinking about the good old days pre-COVID when things were not as volatile, and you're hoping that things will go back the same. But guess what? In the same very book that we're looking at, it goes on to talk about another company when General Motors came into the market and they were making steam engines and they didn't move with the times, and General Motors came up with a diesel engine and took over. So what's happening in our world today with the volatility? You as a business owner have to be able to look at the times, make a judgment call, and push your business in another direction, and the direction where it will remain profitable. Everybody know the Kodak story and they know the Blockbuster story. All of the companies that refuse to change in a volatile environment and sense what was happening. So we're saying to you today, and in my business, a lot has been happening in terms of the travel industry took us by storm. But there is hope, because what we have to do is use the difficulties and see how to reposition our business. So we're using that. And I'm saying today as a business owner, do not lose hope. Do not become disillusioned. There is light at the end of the tunnel, because even after the bubonic plague back in the early era, the life was difficult, but people survived. We will survive. If we come together as a community to converse, to connect, and move as one, we can make it. So until next time, stay firm, stay strong, and use the wind of the storm to propel you in the direction of prosperity, because we too shall make it, because I know I can, because in God I trust. God bless you. Share the video, and until next time, shalom.